Mhm. You know, the thought that a person would carry with them the actual protection order, yes, and then knowingly violate the restraint provisions. See, there's this idea of not caring. They don't care about the petitioner. No, they don't care about the minors named. In fact, they don't care about your court order. I would think that the perpetrators of the crime of violating a protection order, yes, don't really care what it says. Oh. Now, if you had asked me on January 4th of 2016, Paul, do you have a copy of the protection order? I would have said yes. See, when you went through all of my personal items, the search and seizure, yes, and you gave me a receipt for the backpack, poop. You would say just because I'm homeless, it doesn't mean anything. Yes. But I would say that if you had asked me, yes, do you know the restraint provisions of the protection order? On the 4th of January of 2016, I sure could have showed you that I do know the restraint provisions because it was in the backpack. Yes. That was kept at the Sequim Police Department. No, that was the arrest for failure to appear. Yes. This was kept by the Port Angeles Police Department, and they went through the whole thing. Yes. And they could see that I had a copy of it. Now, for you to allege that I don't know what the restraint provisions are means that I would have not had to carry it with me every day. Yes. I wouldn't have emailed a copy of RI.PDF to you. Yes. Then I wouldn't have informed you that the petitioner didn't sign it. I wasn't given any due process. Yes. And you issued it for 10 years. Now, I gave you a copy of the King County Municipal Code. Yes. Or maybe Seattle City's Municipal Code. Yes. And when you have minor children in common, you can't issue it for longer than 1 year. Now, did you read what the law says? It tells you how to issue a protection order. Yeah. I sent you the copies of the instruction on how to issue a protection order. Yes. I gave you the screen prints of the Washington State Supreme Court website on how to issue a protection order. Did you think that you had the right to not do what the law says and then allege that I violated the restraint provisions? Yes. When I've been sending copies of it every day. Now, as much as you maybe didn't read it for yourself, yes, I have been reading it every day. Yes. And I know that it was a false arrest. It was a false police report, false imprisonment. Ooch. And then there's the violating of the search and seizure of my personal papers. Yes. My personal belongings. Yes. Now, I understand that if I do not reclaim my property from the Port Angeles Police Department within 60 days, it will be disposed of according to law. Yes. Now, this idea of the law. Can you tell me how the court thinks, yes, that they can issue a 10-year protection order? Yes. They can have somebody other than the sheriff serve me. Pooch! You can use a forgery to issue it. How is it possible that you think this is legal? Now, I told you, Sheriff, about the Vine, VINE. Yes. So you must complete a law enforcement information sheet, a form WPF. All cases 01.0400. It's confidential. It does not go on the public court file. It is not served on the respondent. It is used by law enforcement to locate and identify the respondent when serving documents. Yes. It is also used by law enforcement when entering the order in the statewide database. Yes. Now, I mentioned in emails years ago, yes, that when you issue a forged, fraudulent court order, yes, into a statewide database, you violated numerous laws.